I'm really disappointed in a lot of YouTubers and fans alike with this B sample situation. I don't know why people thought that it wouldn't come back the same. It was always going to come back positive. So everybody's saying, look, he's a cheat. He's a cheat. He's a cheat. Aha, look, it came back positive. It was going to always come back positive. It was from the same urine stream. It was impossible to have come back negative. It would have been a miracle of all miracles. Now, what you gotta understand is it's positive. Is it the same levels as before? Okay, now we're talking. We haven't, as of this video, I have not heard or seen any information that says it's the same levels. It should be or less. Very rare would it come back more. But you have an interesting situation when Ryan's attorney released this. Now, Pascal Nitz is a guy a doctor that's world renowned. He's the father of the hair test, right? The follicle test. The reason being that they call it the follicle test and they do those tests to begin with is because if you have enough concentrated levels in your system, it should infect and permeate your whole body, including to your follicle, right? And then the nest is there for 30 days. If the follicle test comes back negative, then you didn't have enough in you to even reach that level, right? Which will then confirm that the levels that were tested were correct, in the 10th of a billionth range, and that's not enough to affect the performance and the outcome. And also, Dr. Pascal in his research says if it doesn't reach the follicle, then it's probably contamination of some sort. Now, he's not going to tell you if it came from supplements or not. That's up to Ryan's team. But you got people like Bill Haney saying these things.
Cheaters don't prosper. What you do in the dark comes to the light. And ain't nothing funny about what the Garcia team and what Ryan Garcia then did. There's ramifications in this. Repercussions and ramifications. Yeah, you don't violate no Haney and expect. Yeah, we signed up for a fair fight and didn't get it.
Again, that's Bill's job. Bill's job is to protect his son and to change the public opinion. Bill, it was always going to come back positive. You're trying to. It's not a new test. It's not as if they said, today we're going to take new urine and it's going to show he still has it in his system. It was taken the same day. Now, the problem is, did the New York State Athletic Commission take a sample? Because in their bylaws it says that they must be the ones to collect and test in order to do any sort of disciplinary actions. This seems like it's the same sample that it was taken before on the same day. It's just a control, right? So you have the test and the control, right? This is the test they tested and said he was positive for it. This is now the same sample from the same urine stream on the same day that will tell us, well, if this one has it, so should this one. If this one doesn't have it, then this one was wrong. That's all that is. It's not a new test. It's the new sample. It's the same sample. It's going to come back. The problem is that's a Vada Wada WBC clean program thing. So what that meant was if he would have came in at 140 and won the title, they would have took the title back and called it a no contest. Because he can't win a championship on the WBC rules if he's not clean. He never fought for the WBC because he never even made weight. New York State Athletic Commission had to be the one to take the sample, test it, and say, hey, he's tested negative or positive for drugs on our end. He gets a disciplinary action. No third party is allowed to do that for us to use as a disciplinary action. What does that leave you? It just leaves you with it's the same test, it's the same result. Nothing can come of it. Bill Haney's trying to make it sound like the New York State Athletic Commission has to now come in and discipline Ryan on their findings. That's not the case. And if they do, it's a lawsuit coming. But they're never supposed to, according to their own rules. They're not supposed to. I'm not saying that Ryan shouldn't be. It's up to the New York State Athletic Commission to do the right thing to begin with, because what would have happened was if they would have found it before or the night of, they would have canceled the fight. They're not even allowed to glove up. So it leads me to believe that their test is some sort of rapid test. as today. See how it took 1 day? They opened it, they got it back within 1 day. Theoretically speaking, had the New York State Athletic Commission done that and it found positive, they would have never gloved up. They wouldn't have allowed them to. And remember, it was Devin Haney claiming, I wanted it in Vegas. It was Ryan that said I wanted it in New York. It would have actually benefited Haney to have it in Vegas. But now, had it in New York probably messed up and messed it all up for him. So at the end of the day, what I believe is, as I'm not saying I'm a fan of Ryan as a person, but circumstances are that if he didn't have enough to actually influence his stamina, power, then what we saw in the ring was just a lack of Devin Haney being able to defend against the left hook and make adjustments. As we've seen with Tyson Fury and Usyk, weight shouldn't be an excuse. You should always find a way. Strength shouldn't be an excuse. You should find a way. I'm not saying that it's fair when you agree to one thing, but if the other guy that came in dirty and came in stronger, and you felt that power, you should have adjusted, and he never did. That's the problem. I don't mind a no contest because it's Ryan's responsibility to always know what's in his body. I get that. I agree with that. But to change it for a win for Haney is insane because you can clearly see Haney made no attempts to change his game plan. Bill is a terrible trainer. Couldn't make the adjustments. Run it back. Have it in Vegas. See who the better man is. Do it at 147. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you expect this outcome? Do you agree with what I'm saying or you just totally disagree? I'm open for the discussion. Leave your comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.